It's time for Ryan's Roses. Here we go. If it's a public service, if there's an issue in your world, you can't sort it out, come to us and we'll try our best. Dear Ryan and Sissany, this out of Koreatown. I looked in my husband's call log on his phone and noticed that he has a crazy amount of calls from one girl. I don't know who she is. It makes me nervous. So I brought up the girl's name in conversation, but more of like talking about a character from Grey's Anatomy, and I saw him jerk his head really quick. Then when I said it was from Grey's, he kind of relaxed.
Wow.
Very suspicious, she says. So is it Carolina or Carolina?
Carolina.
Carolina, thanks for coming on. Now, what was the character's name in Grey's Anatomy that you said?
Oh, Maggie.
Maggie. Interesting.
Maggie.
Okay. So, we only know that there's been a lot of conversations with this Maggie. Is there any possible reason that would make sense as to why he'd be talking to this person?
No, and I don't get it because I know not everybody agrees with this, but I'm a phone snoop. And so, yeah, I looked in his call log, and there is a ridiculous amount, like crazy amount of calls from one girl. And I don't know a Maggie name. I don't know who she is. It's making me super nervous.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it would. I would feel the same way.
How long have you been married to him?
20 years.
Has he ever done anything in the past badly?
No. I mean, no. I mean, 20 years, you go through your ups and downs, of course. But, yeah.
Okay. Hang on one second. So we'll come back and we'll make the call. Carolina is on the line. About to make the Roses call in Koreatown. I mean, all we have to go on is that there's a lot of calls coming in from this woman named Maggie. At least she knows her name. Mm-hmm. Named Maggie.
Well, you did kind of squirm a little bit when she mentioned her name.
Well, it's a really interesting tactic. When you think your spouse is cheating on you and you know the other person's name, to drop a name covertly in a sentence, as she did, to see if there's a reaction. Not go direct, but indirect.
Yeah.
And he did sort of react indirectly. So, Sissany, we're going to have you make the call. But Carolina, I need you to say, Ryan, you have my permission to call, and then whatever his name is on Kiss FM.
Okay. Brian, you have my permission to call on Kiss FM.
And we will call him now. And what's going to happen is, so Carolina, Sissany is going to offer him some roses, and we're going to really listen to see if he sends them to you or someone else, or Maggie, if that's the woman's name that you're concerned about. And from there, we'll go a little further, and we'll ask what kind of sentiment he wants to put on the card, maybe even the words for the card, and stay very, very quiet until we tell him he's on the air. At that point, we'll all come on, but that's important, okay?
Okay.
All right, well, good luck, and here we go.
Thanks.
Hello?
Hi, is this Alex?
Yes, it is.
Hi, Alex.
Who's this?
My name is Lauren. I'm calling from the Enchanted Florist. We're actually brand new here in Koreatown on 6th Street. Do you know where the EMC is, where they have like the dollar oyster happy hours?
Yeah, actually, I've been there a lot. Yeah, I know that place well.
Awesome.
Oh.
We're just a few blocks from there, actually. And the reason I'm calling is because we have a wonderful promotion right now that I would love to offer you. So if you just have a few moments, I would love to offer you a free dozen roses that you can send to somebody.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. Well, yeah, I mean, I don't understand. I mean, you're just calling people and offering free flowers?
I'm sorry. Yeah, I probably should have explained that a little bit more. So our promotion is that once a week, we have a database and we select somebody at random and we call them. And if they'd like to receive flowers to send to somebody, then we just hope that you refer us to friends and family. I don't need any credit card info, billing info, no cash, no money is involved at all. They're absolutely free. We just hope that whoever gets them likes them and you guys come back.
Well, I'm not sure, but that sounds, yeah, I mean, that's nice. Yeah, okay, yeah, sure. Okay, why not?
Okay, great. So what is the name of the person you'd like to send the red roses to?
Well, I guess I'll send them to Maggie.
Maggie, okay. Nice. And we have a bunch of occasion cards that you can choose from. There's love cards that have little hearts.
No, nothing like that. No, I don't want a note. Thank you. No card. Just
to Maggie.
Flowers would be great. That's terrific.
Okay, so to Maggie, and then should I just sign your name from Alex? Love, Alex?
Yeah. If she knows me, that'd be great.
Would you like it to say love or from?
No, just. I mean, you can put OX or something. Just
Oh, okay. A little XO. That's cute.
Alex,
Yeah.
your voice is being broadcast on the radio right now. And we have your wife on the phone. I need you to know your voice is being broadcast on the radio right now. We have your wife on the line who has asked us. My name is Ryan Seacrest. Your wife has asked us to call you because she's concerned that you are speaking to a woman named Maggie on a very regular basis. And now, Alex, you've just sent flowers to Maggie XO Alex.
Yeah, but who is? Hey. First of all, stay out of my business.
I'm trying. I'm trying my best to. So, who is Maggie?
Really, this is Maggie's. It's not. This is not your business.
Well, maybe Carolina would like to ask the same question. Carolina?
Don't blame Ryan for this. Like, my gut was right. I knew that something was going on. Like,
honey, what are you doing?
I looked in your phone the other day. I can clearly see that you are sleeping with some other woman.
I will talk to you about this when I get home. This is not what you think. Yeah, we need to talk,
not when we get home. You're talking to me about it right now.
Carolina, we need to talk about something, and it's not at all what you think.
Okay, if it's not what I thought.
Well,
what is it?
Alex, what is it then?
A little trust after 20 years.
Hold on. What is Maggie's relationship with you, Alex?
It's none of your business, Ryan.
That's my business, Alex.
No, Carolina,
it is
your business, and it's my business, and we will talk about it when I get home.
But Alex, with all due respect to yours and my relationship,
we don't have a relationship.
Who is Maggie, and why did you just say to your wife, it's not what you think?
It's not what you think.
But what does she think?
Sometimes in life,
what does she think?
Things are not what they appear, Ryan.
Oh, okay.
Well,
sure.
Alex,
that's why you're calling.
You don't have a relationship.
After 20 years, you can't be honest with me?
With my wife for 20 years. Carolina.
And you're throwing it down the drain with Maggie.
When I get home.
No, I want to talk about it right now. You're talking right now.
No, I will talk to you. It's not what
But Alex, you're hysterical. Alex, you're acting crazy.
I'm the one that gets mad.
I will explain it to you when I get home. We do need.
How about now? How about now?
No, not
I throw all of your stuff out on the lawn.
Well, no, it's my private business.
You are acting crazier than most people who call. So if you've got nothing to hide, then just speak to your wife.
Thank you, Ryan. I have listened enough. I've listened to these so many times, and I knew it because whenever anybody gets defensive, you know that they're in the wrong. You know.
Yeah.
This is amazing. How many years have we been married, honey? How many years? 20 years.
20 years. Are you throwing it away with Maggie?
Okay. We will have this talk with our son in our living room alone.
All right.
With
Well,
your
we're going to let you. We're going to let you have a family meeting. And Alex, I'm sorry that it sounds like we've gotten you a little worked up today. So I'm sorry that we bothered you, but your wife just wants to know what's going on. And you're saying it's not what you think. So she thinks you're cheating. So it's not that, which is good news.
Carolina, I will talk to you when I get home about this.
Okay, Alex, I just want you to know you are legit the craziest person that's ever been on Ryan's Roses.
You know, I really don't want to say something I'll feel sorry for later, okay? So,
Ryan, you have to admit. See, he's being defensive. If he was
I've never heard any defense mechanism quite like this from a guy. But I want you guys to talk, and Alex, again, thank you. We've never heard anyone react quite like this before, but good luck, okay? Carolina, good luck. We'll let you guys go. We'll let you guys go. Wow. He's clearly guilty of something. You don't react like that.
No way, man. That guy was boiling.
No, I don't know if he understood me, but I was saying I've never heard a reaction like that from a guy.
No.
In all the years that we've been doing this.
Neither have I. That was crazy.
So, is he innocent?
No.
Was that English or Tanya or what was that?
That was Tanya. Sorry, that was my
no.
knee-jerk reaction.
That was you didn't even know your mic was open.
No, sorry.
All right, let's come.
He's guilty.
I do think legit the craziest guy I've ever heard on a Ryan's Roses call. And it's bold. We've had a lot of them, but I do think so. We're going to go back to it in a second. Do you agree with me that this guy is the loosest in terms of screws that we've had of a guy on Ryan's Roses? I mean, his screws are loose. Would you say he's the strangest, craziest guy I think we've talked to on Ryan's Roses?
Very angry, very strange. Actually, a lot of people on Twitter are saying, like, stop yelling at poor Ryan Seacrest. I was scared for Ryan. A lot of people have your back on this one.
He's yelling at me, and it's not nice. Listen.
It's not what you think.
But what does she think?
Sometimes in life,
What does she think?
things are not what they appear, Ryan.
Oh, okay.
Well,
sure.
Alex,
That's why you're calling
You don't
now.
have a relationship.
After
What-
20 years, you
I
can't be
have a
honest with me?
relationship with my wife for 20 years. Carolina.
Yeah. And you're throwing it down the drain with Maggie.
When I get home.
boy, I would not want to be with him. That's rough. His tone is frightening to me. Let's go to Santa Clarita. So just to, if you missed Ryan's Roses, because I know maybe you didn't get to the car till 8 o'clock, she found out that her husband, Alex, had been logging a lot of phone time with another woman named Maggie, who is this woman we all wanted to know. So we offered him the roses. He wanted to send them to Maggie with the message, just, was it OX and his name? Something like that? We get him on the phone along with his wife to find out who Maggie is, and Alex, he lost it on us. Totally lost it. So, is he guilty? Is he not? What's going on with him? Antaras?
Yes, I'm here.
Good morning.
Hi, you guys.
Hi.
Hello.
So, what do you, first of all, do you think that man is cheating?
I honestly don't think that he's cheating, but I'm just sitting here just laughing on the inside when you addressed him, and I just had to tell him he was by far the craziest person you ever had on the radio. But honestly, I understand where she's coming from, and as a woman, women, we jump to conclusions sometimes, especially when it comes to things like this. But then I understand from his point of view, where it's like, he kept saying, how long have we been together? We've been together 20 years. And if he's never given her any kind of indication that he's cheated before or that he would ever do that to her, which it doesn't seem like it, I can understand him being as upset. But as upset as he was, I guess, because she's jumping to conclusions and thinking that he's cheating, and he probably knows he's never done that or he would never do that. That's where that him becoming so irate came from. But I honestly don't think that he's cheating on her. But it is something else, and I don't know.
I mean, between you and me, I don't like him. I don't like him.
I think it's between you
I
and
think
everybody.
it's like personal now with me.
I'm not too fond of him either. Excuse me, especially when he started, saying, that's not what you think, Ryan. And I'm like, honestly, why are you? And I understand, people's frustration and stuff when you guys finally reveal to them, but you're getting mad at the wrong person. Like, you didn't ask for him to come on the radio. Like, these women or men are setting these people up. So your frustration is aimed at the wrong person.
I appreciate.
And I think she should have came on and said something sooner.
Yeah.
As
All
well.
Right. Well, I appreciate your call and thank you for listening to us. Enrique in Santa Clarita, what's your view on this Roses?
Hey, Ryan.
Good morning.
I think he's 100% guilty.
You do?
If you see how he uses his anger, I mean, I don't know them personally and I don't want to assume too much, but maybe if they argue and he raises his voice, the more he raises his voice, the more he becomes correct.
Interesting.
And
so you think he's? Yeah, I'm here. I'm just thinking. You think he's guilty? And Rochelle, just to bounce to Corona for a second. Thanks for calling, man. Rochelle, you actually have a really interesting theory that I'm looking a lot of other callers do too. Tell me that theory.
So my theory is that Maggie is actually his daughter. And maybe he's been with his wife for 20 years, but maybe before they were married, he had a daughter, and maybe he just recently found out that he had a daughter, and that's why he didn't want to send, like, a love card. He just did the, the XO thing, which is, like, that's appropriate for a dad to send to a daughter. And it would explain the calls, and then it would also explain why he would want to have a discussion with his wife and his son when he got home.
Yeah,
Very
that was
clever.
interesting.
Very clever. And, Rochelle, thanks for calling in Corona. A lot of people agree with that. Here's the man she speaks of.
Thank
None of
you.
your business, Ryan.
I get afraid when I hear him say my
Make that
name.
your text message alert.
Thank
None of
you.
your business, Ryan.
I've never heard my name like that.
I really haven't either.
Hey, Elizabeth, San Fernando, good Monday morning. How you doing?
Good, good. How are you?
I'm good, thanks. How can I help you?
Well, I agree with Tiffany. I'm just calling because, number one, this is the most irate individual ever heard in my life. He was so angry. But, something good came out of it. I mean, it's none of your business, Ryan. It was hysterical. I think a bunch of us would love to have that in a ringtone.
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, hey, I didn't get you married and like all of a sudden to have your wife upset at you. It's not, I didn't do that. I don't know if you think I did, but.
Thank
None of
you.
your business, Ryan.
Ringtone.
Ryan.
You put like 3 syllables in your
I
name.
can
I don't
see-
know how that's possible.
Alex, I can see down to your bladder the way your mouth is open.
Thank
None of
you.
your business, Ryan.
I can see all the way through his esophagus down into his body.
You could probably see his uvula moving side to side. Oh,
Gosh, man. Like, sorry for getting up today, Alex.
if
All
we
right.
can put that somewhere, we can retrieve it. Maybe your website or
Yeah, hey,
love to have it.
let me ask. Hey, Mark,
Yeah.
how do we do that?
I don't know how we
So
do
ask
that. I
Tubbs?
think
Hey-
we might need his permission, which would be a
oh,
challenge.
jeez.
Well, I'd be happy to call Alex back and ask for permission to make that a
Thank
None of
you.
your business,
ringtone.
Ryan.
Hey, Alex, guess who this is? It's Ryan. Is this Alex? Jeez. All right. Well, thank you.
great.
We'll work on that, Elizabeth.
All right. And thank you again for just everything you guys do. You guys are amazing.
Thank you
you.
for calling.
Bye.
Oh, gosh. Bye. I'm not a fan of his, but do you think he's cheating or not? Some do, but a very logical theory is that Maggie is his daughter that his wife did not know about. And that's why he's talking to her, and that's why he sent the flowers to her, and that's
why he wants
possible.
and that's why he wants to incorporate the son in the conversation, maybe.
It seems possible. And I hate to say it because I don't like him. And I wouldn't rather than be cheating because then that's bad for her. But you understand what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know that, I don't like him. I don't.
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah, either way, even he's still lying to his wife,
I know,
even if
I
it
don't
is
like
a daughter.
It's gotten personal with me.
Yeah.
Well, so there you have it. Another Ryan's Roses. I'm left baffled. We're going to do it again Thursday. If there is a scenario and you want to reach out to us, Ryan at KissFM.com. It's time for Ryan's Roses. Now, here's the deal. We are making the call on behalf of a guy who's thinking that his wife is cheating on him. Mm-hmm. I got the email from him, and it stood out to me, so I said, let's just do this. It says, Dear Ryan, a neighbor in our building said he saw my wife bring another man into our apartment a few times when I wasn't there. He says he doesn't mean to meddle, but he saw them kissing.
Wow.
He thought I should know. I thought about it, and if this is what's happening, I need to know. So I'm asking for your help. Please call my wife and offer her something. I need to know for sure. His name is Luis. Luis, how are you?
I'm doing all right, Ryan. How are you doing?
I'm okay. Well, thanks for reaching out, first of all. Not a lot of guys do, and I appreciate it. And then secondly, it's an interesting scenario because there's no doubt that your neighbor's telling the truth, right?
I mean, that's what he keeps saying. He keeps saying that, yeah.
And he says he saw your wife kissing some other guy.
Yeah, a few times. This wasn't just
man.
one time either, So that's
What is she
why
doing?
I'm
In the yard? Like, where is she doing all this kissing?
I like right in front of the house, the apartment. Like that's why I want. Like, I'm asking for your help, Ryan. Like, I need to get to the bottom of this.
Well, we got problems because, that would just make my blood boil to hear that. Make me crazy.
I know.
And how long have you known this? How many days, weeks, nights have you known this and seen your wife?
I mean, he just told me like a week ago, but like.
Now you hold on to that. Make me crazy every night.
So you
Right?
haven't
Yeah,
said
I know.
anything to her?
No, not yet, because, I mean, I want to catch her. Like, I know she's going to deny it. I want to catch her red-handed,
How long have you been married, Luis?
We've been married for about a year.
Okay. Any idea who this guy may be?
No, I have no clue because, I mean, we have so much good times together, and she seems happy. I'm happy, so I don't know.
Luis, here's what we're going to do. We're going to have Sissany call your wife. You be very quiet. She's going to offer your wife something, ideally, that she would give to you, the man in her life. We want to see what she says, who she names, right? If it's you or somebody else. That's the plan. Let's see how this goes. I need you to say, Ryan, you have my permission to call, and then whatever her name is on Kiss FM.
Yeah, Ryan, you have permission to call my wife.
On Kiss FM.
On Kiss FM.
Okay. Here we go. Let's find out who she sends them to.
Okay.
And then you're going to do a card?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hello?
Hi, may I speak to Nikki?
Hi, this is her.
Hi, Nikki. My name is Julia. I'm actually calling from the Seashore Hotel and Spa. We're new in Santa Monica, and you've actually been selected as one of our winners today for. Yeah, I mean, we're doing this new promotion. We're brand new. We would like to offer you a one-night stay. It's kind of like a 50 Shades of Grey romance package. We'll have a bottle of wine, some chocolate, massage oil. Maybe even lingerie if you want. I mean, if that's too much, I understand. But
no, that sounds interesting.
If you want to gift this to somebody, that's kind of like the promotion because we're trying to, just get the word out there about our new hotel and spa here in Santa Monica. So, is there anybody?
I'm sorry, I'm just curious. Like, how did I get chosen in this?
So we have a database here. You may have bought something online in the past year or even 18 months and opted to receive some promotional offers from other vendors and things like that. And so that's where we get our information from our potential clients.
Great. Okay, good. Okay.
So is there anybody that you would want to surprise? Is there a special man in your life that you would want to share this evening with?
Actually, yeah, there is. His name is Benito.
I'm sorry. I need to spell that for me. What is it?
Benito.
Benito. And so we'll basically send this little email to him telling him that you're basically giving him this gift. So what is it? What a little note that you want to write?
Yeah. Say, I hope we can have a fun night together.
I hope we can have a fun night together.
Nikki, it's Ryan Seacrest. That is Sissany. Your voice is being broadcast on the radio. I need you to know that. What was the name of the guy?
Oh my God!
I have Luis, your husband, on the phone too. So
what?
Who's this guy that you're setting up the 50 Shades of Seashore with? What's his name?
It's just
Benito?
a friend.
Benito?
A friend of mine. A friend.
It's a friend, but did you hear the package that she was offering?
Bottle of wine, chocolate, massage
I hope
oil,
we can have a fun night together.
Lingerie.
Not adding up, Nikki. So listen, here's the deal. Your husband is listening. He's on the phone. He was told by your neighbor that another man was seen with you and that you were kissing the guy. Now you're married. Is Benito the man that you're kissing in front of your apartment?
I don't really think that I want to discuss anything.
Well, Luis, you chime in, my friend.
Yeah, you know what, Ryan? That is, oh my God, I can't believe you guys are so. That is the guy that told me. He's my neighbor.
That's the neighbor. Oh my God, my heart.
Benito is the neighbor.
I just got
oh my God.
Hold on for a sec. That's the guy that. So Benito.
Wait.
Yeah, he's the one that told me. Nikki, no.
No.
The neighbor that told him about the kissing is actually the guy she's kissing.
So he's trying to dupe us? He's trying to make us think that...
break us up. I mean, because he really, you know how men are. He probably likes me, but there's nothing between us that's
Wait,
serious,
Nikki,
honestly.
you just sent the package, the Seashore 50 Shades package to your neighbor and said, I hope we can have a fun night together. What's going on with you and Benito?
Look, my husband's always gone traveling. He's never home.
So are you cheating on your husband?
No, not so much. I'm just...
Not so much.
Look, I'd rather...
You know what,
look,
Nikki?
I'd rather
You
talk
guys
to my
are...
husband about this. I don't feel comfortable talking on the air about this.
You guys are so twisted. It's... You know what? You deserve him.
No,
You know what?
listen to me, honey.
Hey,
Just
look, I'll be gone before you get home, all right? Don't ever try to talk to me again, okay?
No, listen to me.
Get outta
I got to
here.
talk to you in person, okay? This is being blown out of proportion.
Well, it's not being blown out of proportion.
It's very clear.
You just sent an overnight stay with the 50 Shades of Something package to a guy that's not your husband with a note that says, I hope we can have a fun night together. What's unclear here? You're messing around on your husband, Nikki. So how long
Can't
has it been
believe you're
going on?
out like that.
You know what? I just want to talk to my husband in person. I don't want to talk about this.
Are you cheating on your husband?
No.
I don't believe
Wow.
you.
Yeah, I don't believe
Wow.
it either.
I'm
Look, I made a mistake by talking to this guy, okay? I'm sorry, okay? I won't do it anymore.
But why are you sending him the
package?
The hotel stay? It's a new place in Santa Monica. It's at the beach. It's romantic. It's not adding up, Nikki.
I just told you my husband and I are always traveling for business. We never see each other, spend any time together. I'm lonely.
So wouldn't you want to spend a romantic night like this with your husband then?
We just have a lot of tension at home.
All right. Well, listen. So, Louise, I think you've got the information that you need here.
I'm glad this happened. You know what? But you know what?
Please,
I'll be gone. I'll be gone. Don't try to contact me. Don't.
All right. I'm going to let you guys go. Okay. I'll let you go. So,
I feel like,
she's 100% she's cheating on him.
yeah, she is.
And how about the neighbor trying to throw him off by saying she was with somebody else, but it's really him.
Why are people just so mean and twisted and messed up?
Where's this new hotel?
Oh, it's Santa Monica Boulevard right there.
It's time for Ryan's Roses. This is going to be interesting. It says, Dear Ryan and Sissany, my husband is cheating. I know it for a fact. He's coming home late and he's saying he either stayed at work or went to a happy hour with his coworkers. The other night, he got a text at 2 a.m. He quickly got up to check it. He did not realize I was awake too. I just need to know who it is. Is it a stranger? Or is it someone right under my nose, like my best friend? That is cynical.
Best friend.
Megan, thank you for listening. I appreciate you sending us this email. I'm sorry that you feel like you know your husband is cheating, but let's take that moment and take a little further. Do you honestly believe that the man that you married, the man that you said you'd spend the rest of your life with, and you, could actually go behind your back and cheat on you with your best friend?
I mean, I don't know who it's with,
But you say in your note, could it be your best friend?
It could be. That's what I need to know.
But do you believe that your best friend would do that to you?
Why do you have that feeling?
I mean, I hope she wouldn't. But for me, that's where the anxiety is kicking in. It's not. I know that he's cheating. I just need to know who it's with, and I would really hope that she wouldn't. But they've always had a little bit of chemistry, and so that's where my mind is going. And that's the question I need answered.
Well, we're gonna get the answer for you, but I'm just shocked that you in your head could even accept that as a possible option when you're talking about your husband and your best friend. But hang on one second. We'll make the call to him next. So Megan is on the line. She says, I know my husband's cheating. She wants to know who it's with. Megan, how long have you been married to this man?
About 8 years.
And you think it could be anybody from a stranger to your own best friend, possibly?
Possibly, yes. I mean, I'm almost hoping it's a stranger, so it's not like a double betrayal. But
Can you tell me what your best friend's name is?
Sarah.
Do you have kids?
We have 2.
Been married 8 years. And so you found the other night he got a text at 2 a.m. and he got up to check it. He didn't realize you were awake. What'd you see?
Well, he didn't realize I was awake. He saw, he jumped up. I saw him jump up out of bed, grab the phone, and run out of the room.
Could you see what was on the phone?
No, I just saw the screen glowing, but it's just like bizarre behavior.
But when he came back to the room, did you say anything?
You didn't ask him?
No, he thought I was asleep. Like, I just laid there still.
Okay, got it. All right. Well, here we're going to do it now. We're going to call him. Megan, I need you to say, Ryan, you have my permission to call, and then whatever his name is on Kiss FM. Go ahead.
Ryan, you have my permission to call on Kiss FM.
We're going to call him. Sissy's going to offer him some roses. We want to find out who he sends him to and what he puts on the card. Be very quiet until we tell him he's on the air, okay?
Will do.
All right, good luck.
Hello?
Hi, I'm looking for Nick.
This is?
Hi, Nick. My name's Michelle. I'm calling from a Classic Bloom. We're a new flower shop right inside the Sylmar Plaza on Gladstone.
Okay.
I'm calling because we're having a wonderful promotion, and I hope you'd be interested in it. Basically, we're offering free dozen roses that you can send to anybody today. They're absolutely free. We don't need billing info, credit card info, cash, anything like that. Just the name of the person you want to send them to.
I think I'm good. I'm going to pass. I appreciate it, but
Oh, are you sure? It's free roses. We pick somebody at random every single week, and you're the one that was selected this week. And so you can send them to anybody and put a smile on someone's face.
Yeah, I think maybe you just caught me off guard, but I think I'm gonna still pass. I appreciate it. No offense. Yeah.
I have like a girlfriend or a wife or mom, anybody you want to send some flowers to? You'd be doing me a favor because honestly, you're like the fifth person that said no already today, and I'm really trying to just get these out. My boss is on my case.
Yeah, I got you. I'm sorry to disappoint you. I think I'm not your guy.
Hey, Nick, before you hang up, your voice is being broadcast on the radio. My name is Ryan Seacrest. That is Sissany, and we have your wife on the phone who thinks you're cheating on her. Are you?
Just be honest, Nick.
Wait.
Make sense of it later. Just, are you cheating on your wife?
No.
Okay, she thinks you are because you got up out of bed 2 a.m. You've been acting strange. You read a text, so she thinks you are. Why do you think she thinks you are?
I have no idea. These things are not have nothing to do with cheating. I'm busy. I'm stressed out.
Well, who was texting you the other night at 2 a.m.?
It was actually a coworker of mine, and we've got some big projects coming up. So
at 2 a.m.
Silly. This is look. I wouldn't have normally responded, but I happened to be awake because I was having a hard time sleeping. So why not? Who cares? This is ridiculous. I've given you no reason to feel this way.
It's not true. We never talk anymore. We're like never alone together. We like watch TV side by side and don't communicate whatsoever. Like that's the extent of the amount of time we spend together. You're getting random texts at 2 a.m. and jumping out of bed for them. You are giving me reasons to suspect this.
Okay, well, agree to disagree, I guess.
Well, I will say that, your wife, Megan, she does believe you're cheating. I will say that Sissany, she thinks you're cheating. I will say...
Well, I don't know, actually.
Well, I can tell by the look on your face that you don't believe him. I'm asking another. Patty, she's listening. She thinks you're cheating. Tanya, she thinks you're cheating. So, Nick, come on. What's going on? Why do all of them think you're cheating?
I have no idea. Why?
Well, it sounds like they think it sounds like you are.
Who is this coworker? Is she male, female? Has your wife met them?
I have male and female coworkers. You know what? I'm going to tell you what this is. This is garbage because she is projecting her lack of trust or whatever onto me because she's the one who's cheated in the past, not me. So she's the one, if anything, who we should be suspicious
Megan,
of.
is that true?
Now.
Megan?
Okay.
Is that true?
I can't believe you're throwing that in my face. Yes, it was before we got married, and that is why I know the signs to look for, and I completely learned my lesson.
Well, wait a minute. Hold on for a second. Are you just insecure that he might retaliate because you did it to him?
I mean, no, and not 8 years later. I'm not going to say I never felt that way, but we dealt with it. We went to therapy. It was all before we got married.
But Nick, did you ever forgive her for that? Nick, did you honestly forgive her for that?
Honestly, I think I forgave her. I did forgive her. You don't forget that. I don't know what to say. You don't forget that. And then when all of a sudden she's expecting me to go above and beyond to make this sort of effort to spice up the romance this far into our relationship, it seems like just kind of unfair. And so when I feel that way, I guess then my mind just jumps back to I was cheated on.
Okay.
I deserve this crap.
So
wow, even 8 years later.
Megan, you cheated on Nick before you got married. Nick, you've got some sort of behavior that makes her think you're cheating on her. You're telling me you're not?
I swear I'm not. I'm
All
not.
right, then Megan, are you projecting?
I don't know. I don't know. I feel like I know what I'm seeing because I've lived it, but I don't think I'm projecting. I'm not. My wish is not that he's cheating.
Where does your best friend tie into all this, Sarah? Why'd you even think it could be her?
Because they've always had a little, they've always gotten along really well. They worked together years ago, and he would always talk about how funny she is, and like lately, they've both been distant, and I don't know.
Let me tell you why that's stupid, though, because Sarah's the only reason that we're still together, because she helped me realize that she convinced me that you weren't never going to cheat again, and that's the only reason we're still together. So, like, once again, you're taking somebody who cares about you and looking out for you, and you're in your mind, you're turning them into some kind of bad guy when they're not.
Well, this is messy.
Yeah.
All right, hang on, both of you. All right, well, I don't think Nick's cheating now.
I don't think so either.
But I mean, look, she maybe did something before they got married, so we don't know that she's done anything wrong either, really. But it sounds like he hasn't really forgiven her for that. And Megan sounds like she doesn't give... You know what? Megan hasn't forgiven herself for cheating, which is why she's acting like this. And he, too, hasn't forgiven her either. They shouldn't have gotten married. They shouldn't have gotten married.
Wow.
They shouldn't have gotten married.
In 8 years, 2 kids, all of this just still festering.
It's still resentment. It's still... They shouldn't have gotten married. All right, Ryan's Roses. I see you. Megan certain that her husband, Nick, cheating. And there's so much more that just happened. I really think, if you missed the Ryan's Roses, so I wonder if we're not tricked like this more often. She calls or writes to us, and then we call her, Megan, and she says, hey, my husband is cheating. I know for fact. So we call him. He hems, he haws. He haws, he hems. He doesn't want to send the roses to anybody. And then we explain, hey, your wife wants us to call because she knows you're cheating. And he says, well, why don't you ask her about her cheating? So she cheated before they got married. And he said that she's projecting that he's not cheating. And I start to think as the call went on, I don't think he's cheating. I think he resents his wife for cheating before they got married, and I think that she hasn't forgiven herself for cheating, and others are saying she actually wants to cheat again, so she's throwing out a smokescreen.
That's crazy.
Beth, how are you, Mission Viejo?
I'm doing well, Ryan. How are you?
Well, my right shoulder has a little inflammation. Other than that, I'm good.
Ryan, don't hurt yourself. Don't hurt yourself.
All right. Thank you for checking. What did you think of this, Roses? Because I'm starting to think he's not cheating and she is, and he resents it, and she has not forgiven herself for doing it.
Ryan, he's totally cheating, and you let him off the hook way too easy.
How can you say that?
There are a couple questions you should ask him. Number one, are you willing to show your wife the text that you got 2 a.m? Because that obviously looks bad.
It does look bad. That is not
good. Number 2, you say that for the past 8 years, because she cheated on you, that you have been unable to be a good husband. But she's noticed recent changes in behavior. So sometimes the simplest explanation is the right one. He's cheating, and you're normally a better detective than that. But we love you anyway.
All right. Well, I'm sore.
Well, he has a hurt shoulder, so...
Yeah, you're only getting one shoulder.
You weren't on your A game. It's okay.
Yeah, it's not his A game right now.
I still love
it's
you.
not my A game, Sissany. It's just I have a hurt shoulder. All right. Well, thank you for
you're
calling.
Off.
I'm not off.
I'm trying to...
We're not playing boxing. We're playing DJ.
I'm trying to help you out right now.
How is that helping?
By saying that your shoulder hurts, so all of your focus is on the pain that you're experiencing there, you weren't able to detect and ask all these great questions like you usually do.
You didn't say all that. You said you're not on your A game.
I'm done.
Jeez. Nell, to the rescue. Nell in Los Angeles, go ahead. You're on with us.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning, Nell. Go ahead.
So I've been listening to you guys for a really long time, and one thing I've noticed, Ryan, is every time somebody calls and you guys find out that the caller actually cheated, you become really judgmental, and you almost give the significant other that you're calling like an out. Like in this case, 100% Nick's cheating. If he wasn't cheating, I mean, the first thing he'd say is, babe, let me show you the text message or the call. You can look at it. You can check it out. At this point, it's probably gone. It's probably deleted. So he wasn't quick enough to explain himself. But clearly they've had issues and they've gone to therapy. So when you start to, like, get judgmental, and I think this is just, like, as soon as you hear, like right now you said, you know, I wonder if we're being tricked. Well, I don't think it's a trick. I think when people come out and say, yeah, I've cheated before, you become judgmental towards them and you give the caller an out, the other person. It's like, well, yeah, you're right. Why don't we talk about them cheating? And it, like, diverts the entire issue to now the person who's trying to get help from you as opposed to, you know, trying to figure out the truth.
Well, all right. So I think you have a very good point, and I will say I am guilty of, I don't know if it's as judgmental as I think I get distracted by them saying it, and then I end up on that track.
Yeah.
Right. It's true, but I think it skips the issue at hand. And
so do you...
the other person out.
All right. So forgive me for that mistake, but do you think he is cheating? You say you do.
I do because, you know, I'm married. My husband works late hours. I hear his phone go off on emails and texts at night, and, you know, because they have long hours, they keep long hours. But when you ask him, you know, are you cheating? Why are you getting calls at 2 a.m.? All he could have said was, you know, babe, I'll show you. You can look at my phone. Like, next time that happens, why don't you just ask me if you have an issue with it?
That makes sense.
He didn't answer your question. And when you asked him, you know, yeah, when you said, and then I think it was Tanya who asked, is it a male or a female? He said, well, I have multiple coworkers, male and female. He totally just diverted your question.
Yeah, he didn't answer the question.
Yeah.
Well,
he was trying to build his excuse and his story later on. Yeah.
Well, Sisney didn't do anything wrong either? Or didn't she do something wrong?
I asked him if it was a female coworker.
Yeah, Sisney. Yeah, there you go. So he totally skipped it. He's like, well, I have male and female coworkers, you know? So
all right. Well,
he took it and he ran with it.
All right. I understand. I got distracted. Forgive me for that. Thank you for calling.
That's okay.
I like that we have this kind of relationship now. We've never met, and yet you've put me into the corner. I like it. It's good. I play boxing.
You guys. I listen to you guys all the time. And Tanya, you're right. It's called just box. You don't play box.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Well, FYI, the guys at Everybody Fights, the name of the place, say they play boxing. George Foreman's kid was in there at the time when they said it. Okay? Thanks for calling, Mel. All right, let me play this clip. Let me play this clip from Ryan's Roses, and then we have to move on. Oh, Nicole hung up. All right, so let's take, is it D? Let's take D. D is, Nicole's done with it. She's over it. She was holding. She said, you know what? I got to go to work. So
he's been over an hour at this point.
Well, look, there are a lot of things going on here. A lot of things going on. So, it's Simi Valor. We're going to take him. Okay. Guy, weighing in on this. Real short. Megan writes to us saying, I know my husband's cheating. So we get him on the phone.
This is garbage because she is projecting her lack of trust or whatever onto me because she's the one who's cheated in the past, not me. So she's the one, if anything, who we should be suspicious of.
Megan, is that true?
Now.
Megan?
Okay.
Is that true?
I can't believe you're throwing that in my face. Yes, it was before we got married.
So now, when it happened, I thought, oh, gosh, well, all right, he's not cheating. She did it, and that's what this is all about.
But she did it almost a decade ago. For him to bring it up.
Well, he still resents it. Yeah. He hasn't forgiven her, Sissany.
Yeah, clearly.
And I don't know that I could.
That's on him, though. He decided to marry her after that.
So he did. Now, she's got trouble, too, because I don't think she's let it go. She hasn't forgiven herself. She hasn't moved on either. It's kind of where we were. And a lot of us are calling saying he's cheating, and I'm saying I don't know if I can say that. Hello, is it D or D's?
D's.
First name?
Ed.
Check it. I know another one. All right, Simi Valley.
Definitely not Rick. No relation.
Okay, well, last name though. That's close. Go ahead.
Yeah. So when I was young, and I was engaged to my wife, I made some mistakes, and I cheated on her. I did a stupid thing.
Mm-hmm.
And life is full of opportunities to make up for those mistakes. She forgave me. We got married. I'm happily married, going on my 18th year, 3 kids.
Congrats.
I can't say enough great things about her. But one thing that's true about anybody that's ever been cheated on is the person that did the cheating doesn't forgive themselves. And the person that got cheated on never forgets. Now, here's the thing about the person that got cheated on. They're not going to cheat because they know how destructive it feels. This guy knows exactly how it feels to be cheated on. And it's not a good feeling. It hurts.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You feel betrayed by the person that you're closest to. Nobody wants that. Nobody wants to ever relive that. He's not going to cheat on her. Not even to get revenge.
Interesting.
I sure as hell am never going to cheat on my wife again. No way, no sir.
Well, do you think? I have two thoughts. One, well, a guy, he could cheat on her as revenge.
Yeah, but that's not going to make him feel better. It's not going to make her feel better. And first off, a text at 2 o'clock in the morning, that's not proof that you cheated. That's proof that somebody has no courtesy.
Yeah, that's true. Or they're in a different time zone. How about that one?
That's true.
Like when I'm in New York, I send the whole staff here emails. Man, they're coming in 1, 2, 3, 4 in the morning
They
for
really
them,
are. Yeah.
but not for me. For me, it's 5 in the morning my time.
You need sleep, Ryan. That's the truth.
Sleep. What? How do you spell that? I don't even know what it is.
For the busiest man in the world, I don't know.
And the other thing I want to ask you is, do you think your marriage is better because you cheated?
I think my marriage is better because I'm honest with my wife.
And you learned.
Because I spend the time to talk to her and listen to her and care for her. And what he said, where he went wrong, in my opinion, is when she wants me to spice up the marriage, all I think of is her cheating. He needs to get over it. He needs to take a deep breath and forgive her and let it go.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you hold on to it and it festers, you're just going to resent her for the rest of your life. Their marriage isn't going to last. It's going to fall apart. The other part of it is she needs to get over it.
Right.
Well, look at D's in Simi Valley.
I know.
D's sleaze right there. I love it. Well, thank you, my brother, for calling. You take care, okay?
No problem. Bye-bye.
All right, bye-bye. I feel like he sounds like a good guy.
And he knows what he's talking about.
Isn't it amazing? Isn't it funny how we think we can judge someone in 45 seconds just by hearing their voice over the phone?
Mm-hmm.
Like, he did cheat, so not great. But I feel like he learned, and he seems like a genuine guy.
Yeah, 18 years married, 3 kids.
Right. So we completely think that we're his best friend after talking to him for 1 minute. All right.
Are we lonely?
When you say we.
Like me, you, Tanya. Is that why? Is that why we think that? Because we're so lonely. We're like, oh, he's our best friend now.
I'm good. Susan, you're good. Tanya? I'm good, too. She's good.
Get good.
All right. So, is he cheating or not?
I don't know, because he wasn't so aggressive. I mean, compared to the Ryan Roses guy from Monday, like, this guy was a treat, I felt.
And Candy, are you there, Candy?
I am.
What do you think Megan should do?
I think she should look at her phone bill.
And see who he's talking to at 2 a.m.
At 2
Or
a.m.,
texting.
absolutely.
Well, that might be the best way
Or
to
the text
find.
message at that point.
Yeah, that might be the best. So do you think, from what you heard just now, did you think he's cheating?
I'm leaning towards yes. I'm still undecided.
Okay, all right. Well, we've got. Well, thanks for calling. A lot of people are undecided on that one. It's time for Ryan's Roses. It's time for Ryan's Roses as a public service. Here we go, Tanya. Dear Ryan and Sissany, we went away on vacation to Palm Springs last month with another family. I was exhausted one night and just went to bed while my wife stayed up with the other couple having drinks. Obviously, this is coming from him, the husband. Well, when I woke up, I saw that they had gone through quite a bit of wine, and for the rest of vacation, there seemed to be some awkwardness between the two of them.
Okay.
I also felt like my wife and the other husband went out of their way to avoid each other. It went from them being super chatty with each other to some serious tension. So let's go forensically on this. He goes to bed. She stays up with the other couple.
Seems harmless.
Right. If there's it seems.
Mm-hmm.
And then the three become two at some point. How would you feel about that? So let's get Josh on the line. Josh, good morning and thanks for coming on. We appreciate you.
Good morning.
So our big question is, when you went to bed and your wife stayed up, there were three people up. Did three become two? Did your wife end up staying up with the other couple's husband?
I think so.
You don't know?
Yeah, I mean, I went to bed, they were all three up, and then when I got up in the morning, there was a lot more empty bottles of wine than when I went to bed, and you know, they were just acting weird with each other, and I just thought something happened.
That, to me, is the trigger, is that they stayed up, they drank, okay, but then when there's weirdness and of avoiding each other afterwards, then that little voice in your head begins to start thinking, talking.
Oh, yeah, it was a completely different feeling and vibe from what it had been for the previous day. So,
Josh, one thing that we're all curious about that we think would have to be present if you're feeling all this, did you have or do you have trust issues with each other? Is there any crack in your trust between you and your wife?
Never. That's what's got me so freaked out about this whole thing, that, you know, she won't talk to me about it, or, you know, and we've all been friends for years, and all of a sudden they're just like not, you know, it was like they were strangers. They just kept avoiding each other, and it made me feel really, really, really weird.
Okay, we're going to put you on hold, Josh. We're going to come back. We're going to call your wife, okay?
Okay, yeah, I was wondering if you could do that thing where, you know, you send flowers and kind of get her to, you know, see how she responds. I mean, I'm really curious.
We know what we're doing.
Oh, okay.
Stand by. All right, we are going to call Josh's wife, and Patty, you know the routine, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm gonna say that I have flowers that are going to be delivered to her
from
Josh's friend, and see how she reacts.
And we need the friend's name.
Yes, I have that already.
Oh,
wow.
Look at you doing your show over there.
Due diligence over there.
Wow.
I've been doing this for over 10 years.
Oh.
Oh.
Maca is working
the
on
Maca's
that.
kicking in. We need some Maca over here. All right, let's grab Josh now. So, Josh, we're going to call your wife. We're going to say some flowers have been sent from, what is the other husband's name?
Mike.
Okay, coming from Mike. We want to see. Be very quiet. We have to study her reactions, her behavior.
Okay, so you don't want me to say anything?
No. You don't say anything. We need to really get as much as we can of her reaction and behavior here.
Okay.
To fully understand it, okay?
Yeah.
So, Josh, I need you to say, Ryan, you have my permission to call, and then your wife's name on Kiss FM.
Okay, Ryan, you have my permission to call my wife on Kiss FM.
Okay, Josh, here we go. Good luck.
Thanks.
Hello.
Hi, may I speak to Sophia?
Speaking.
Hi, good morning. How are you?
I'm fine.
Hi, my name's Lupita. My name's Lupita, and I'm calling from Casablanca Flowers here in Hacienda Heights. How are you?
I'm well, thank you.
Good. I'm actually calling because I need to confirm your address. I have here some flowers that are going to be delivered to you today, and I need to confirm the address and make sure that there will be somebody there to accept the flowers when they get delivered.
Yeah. Sure.
You know,
where are the flowers from?
I believe they're from Mike. It says here Mike.
I'm sorry, what? Mike?
Mike, yeah. And it comes with a note. So I want and
what does the note say?
I can't open it. I just know that I was told that
so sorry.
It has to be hand delivered to you.
You have to do me a favor. Please let me open. Please read the note, because I don't necessarily know that these
I don't know that I can accept the delivery, to be honest.
Do you not know anybody by the name of Mike? Is this a mistake?
It might be. I mean, I do know someone named Mike, but please read the note and let me know what it says.
Well, I don't think I can because I may get fired, but I did take the note, and it mentioned something about Palm Springs.
Great.
So just let me know what time you're going to be available.
No, I do not consent to this delivery. I do not. Please do not deliver these flowers.
Wait, I can't do that. I have to deliver them.
No, you can just not deliver them. I don't think it's actually. I don't know anyone named Mike. How about that? Is that easier?
Or if I don't
consent to these, I do not consent to these flowers being delivered. You cannot deliver these flowers to my home. Completely and wildly inappropriate.
Oh, okay. I apologize. I didn't mean to upset you.
No, you didn't upset me, but I don't know anyone named Mike, so please do not deliver the flowers.
Sophia, it is Ryan Seacrest. Your voice is being broadcast on the radio right now. We have your husband, Josh, on the line. Why are you so panicked about a delivery from Mike?
I don't know.
Well, here's what we know. We know that you were away with your husband and this other couple, and your husband went to bed, and you stayed up, and you and Mike were left alone after some wine, and he's concerned about what might have happened. And then we know that we called you, and you panicked about getting flowers from Mike, and so we're led to believe that you're cheating on your husband with Mike.
What? No. On it.
What happened in Palm Springs?
All right. Honey, hi.
What happened in Palm Springs?
Babe, I'm really sorry. Nothing happened in Palm Springs.
Really? What happened in Palm Springs? Something happened. Something changed. What happened in Palm Springs?
I promise, I would never cheat on you. I did not cheat on you. You have nothing to be worried about in that regard.
What happened? You two got so weird with each other the next day, made the whole rest of the trip uncomfortable for everybody. What happened in Palm Springs? Just tell me.
Mike, it's not that big of a deal. So please,
then what happened?
Don't freak out. But, Mike, I don't know. I think he drank a little too much, and he made a little pass at me. It was not that big of a deal. I really don't want anything to get weird for the kids. So I was just trying to...
What did he do? How did he hit on you?
Does that really matter?
Yeah, it does.
It really matters to you.
Yeah, it matters to all of us.
Yeah.
No, not if she didn't do anything.
Well, what happened?
I didn't do anything.
What happened? I mean, why wouldn't you just tell me what happened?
Mike is friends with Josh.
Yes.
So what
the
happened?
Kids are mainly friends, but honestly, I really don't want anything to get weird. But I guess he
get weird. It already is weird. What happened in Palm Springs? Just tell me.
Josh, I need you to calm down. He made a pass at me while we were drinking, and I obviously refused and went to bed.
What did he do? What do you mean he made a pass? What did he do?
Honey, I really don't want to talk about this right now, but
did he try to kiss you?
I promise nothing happened. Nothing happened.
Well, then why don't you just tell me? Tell me what did happen. What did he do? How did he make a pass at you? I mean, explain the situation.
I already did.
No, you didn't.
Suggested. He touched my leg, and then he tried to suggest that maybe we should go somewhere. And I think he was just very drunk. He obviously didn't mean it. The next day, he was very embarrassed.
He touched your leg,
he tried to.
Where? How?
Sophia, did you get yourself out of the situation?
Of course. There's nothing to be worried about. I understand that this isn't a fun conversation, Josh, but truly, I would never do that to you. Mike is horribly embarrassed, and I just don't want anything to be weird for the kids.
Okay.
I would never, ever, ever betray you.
Sophia, Josh?
Yeah.
We're gonna let you guys go. Maybe Sophia, you want to tell him more off the air. And Josh, I think you have a conversation in your future with Mike coming.
Yeah.
I think so. I think so.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to let you go. Thank you very much, Sophia, for your time. Josh, good luck. Well, I believe her.
No, I'm sorry.
You don't believe Sophia?
If somebody's hitting on you,
Hold on.
Opening that door.
Hold on. Very simply, we should break this down. Two couples go on a vacation. The kids know each other.
Mm-hmm.
They go away. Josh and Sophia and Mike, and we don't know his wife's name.
Yeah.
And Josh, married to Sophia, goes to bed.
Mm-hmm.
And Mike, and we don't know his wife's name, stay up. And Mike's wife goes to bed. Now you're left with Sophia and Mike, opposite couples. Apparently they drank a lot of wine.
Mm-hmm.
Next morning, Josh, married to Sophia, sees all the wine and notices that Mike is acting very strange around his wife. So he thinks something happened. Well, turns out they did stay up, they did drink wine, and Mike tried to put his hand on her leg and suggest they go somewhere, and she freaked out and went to bed. And Sophia, I was thinking that something was going on, and then I heard her, and I listened, and I had an expert study her voice behavior.
Right. Who is this expert? You?
Yes.
Okay.
And I determined that she did not do anything wrong.
I am on the opposite side of that because I have gotten drunk with many a married men, and I have
Stop there.
What?
It just seems like a bad theme.
Well, no, I mean, I have we have coworkers that I've gotten drunk with Dimitri. He's happily married. Never once has he made a pass at me, and I'm saying, what was Sophia doing to invite this sort of pass? You know what I'm saying? Like, she was obviously giving off flirty vibes. I've gotten drunk with people that are married.
So
and
you
not,
have been Sophia.
Yes, and I have not had somebody make. They don't make passes at
But
me
that doesn't mean Sophia gave off a vibe. That means the guy just decided to try something.
But who just tries? Like, a guy's not going to just try something if
Mike
she's not
had
getting
2
the
bottles
vibes.
of wine. He doesn't know. He's totally embarrassed. She said he doesn't remember what he did.
I just feel
you
like
can't just because you and Dimitri get drunk together, you can't set the world in the same example. All right, let's go to Ashley. Ashley, where are you on this?
Well, I mean, I have to say, it's good for her that, she stayed loyal to her husband. She was, she didn't do anything. But she really should have said something to him as well. I mean, that's her husband, and he has a right to know if, like, one of his friends is taking a pass on his wife.
For sure. Now, that's a whole separate conversation.
Right.
She needs to tell her husband what Mike did, and Mike needs to sort it out. For sure. Thank you, Ashley. Danielle, so you heard this. What's your view?
You know what? I don't. He should stop flipping out at his wife and go after the guy. Like, stop being friends with this guy. This guy's the one who made the pass.
True.
Like, have more faith in your wife. She obviously flipped out. Like, she probably didn't want to tell him because she was embarrassed. I say stop being friends with this schmo and trust your wife more.
Okay. So we got a lot of different opinions. Thank you, Danielle. Yes, Patty?
The fact that Mike apologized to Sophia means that in Mike's mind, he did think that Sophia was into it.
He did not think.
So he thinks that she was. So he was going in saying, hey, let's go somewhere else. And then she said, no, you're taking this the wrong way. Then he said, oh, you know what? I'm sorry. Meaning he's apologizing for thinking that she also wanted to take this to the next
I
level.
think he's apologizing for being a jerk.
Yeah.
This is why all of us are not together. It's time for Ryan's Roses. Here is the email we got from Omar in Norwalk. My wife went out of town recently for a girls' weekend, which she doesn't do very often. But when she does, I'm totally okay with it. But I'm starting to think that this time was different. Normally, they make such a big deal out of it and talk about it while they're planning it and all that stuff. But this time, she didn't discuss any details with me. On top of that, things have been strange ever since she got back. I don't believe she went with her friends at all. Or if she did, something went on that shouldn't have. So this is just a gut feeling, it sounds like, from Omar. Omar, hey, buddy, how are you?
I'm okay, man. How are you?
Okay, thank you. How long have you been married?
9 years.
Now, to me, I get that normally the girls talk about all the planning and stuff like that leading up to these weekends, but to me it sounds like you just are reading her body language as something's off.
Yeah, well, since she came back, I mean, first of all, she never didn't really discuss any details with me, which is what she's done in the past, and so it was kind of weird to begin with. And then when she got back, she just changed. She's not as as loving when she goes out. And she used to go out to like grocery store, pick up the kids, whatever. In like sweats and whatever. No big deal. But she's dressing up, and even the kids notice it. The mommy's looking, cute and all of this stuff, and it's like it's not right. And she won't talk about it at all. She won't tell me what happened, and so I'm torn up inside because I'm thinking maybe she didn't go at all. Maybe she something else happened, and or if she did go. It didn't go well. Something went wrong. So,
but it's weird that you would ask her. It's weird that you would ask her, "What did you do?" and she doesn't tell you. I mean, I think if she were up to something, she'd have her alibi all thought through.
Well, you would think so, but she's closed mouth about it. I mean, we can't even have a conversation about it. When I say, so what'd you guys do? Oh, we had fun. Okay, like. Define fun. I just we get one word answers. Nothing. No explanation at all.
But usually on a girls' weekend, you really do nothing. Like you go to the spa, maybe dinner, and you just lounge around.
Well, I would hope that's what it was. That's what she's done before. I mean, they go to the hotel and they get massages and they sit in the hot tub and they just relax. And Listen, I'm cool with that. We have 2 kids. We have a great family, great home, but she's, always hustling groceries and the kids and schools and everything. And I'm working, so, she's got to get away every now and then. I get that. That's okay. But this is different. This time it's different, man. She's cold. She's great with the kids. Don't get me wrong. And she's a great mom.
All right.
But that's what's killing me. I don't know. What did I do wrong? Did I do something wrong?
Hold on. Let's find out. We're gonna hang on for a second, Omar. Let's call his wife next. Now, are we offering her roses?
I don't think we should.
What are we doing?
We should basically maybe call from the hotel or something. Say that she forgot something in the room, maybe like a men's accessory, a watch.
Do we know the hotel?
Well, no, but we'll ask him.
Okay. All right. We'll come back and try this in a second. Omar, married 9 years. His wife went away for a girls' weekend, and he thinks that maybe she didn't, just because she's really not talking about it. She's not answering questions. She's acting strange. And so bottom line, he thinks that she actually did something wrong. We don't know with whom, but did something wrong just by body language. So, Omar, I need you to say, Ryan, you have my permission to call, and then whatever your wife's name is on Kiss FM.
Yeah, absolutely. You can call. Let's hear what's happening.
Can you tell us, do you know the hotel name?
Yeah, she was down in Carlsbad at La Quinta.
La Quinta.
La Quinta, yeah. I never know how to pronounce that one.
All right, so let's make the call. So what we're going to do is I don't know, what are we going to do, sis?
I'm just going to call, I'm going to pretend like I work at the hotel, and then something was left behind in the room, and maybe it was like a men's watch. Does that work, you think, maybe?
Well, what if it wasn't, I don't know if that works if she wasn't with men.
Well, if she was, then we'll see.
That's risky.
Any other better ideas out there, gentlemen?
I mean, if it were me, I'd just hang up on you.
If that's the case, it might be telling.
All right, so Omar, I want you to be quiet. Sissy's going to try and figure this out for you, okay?
Okay.
We'll
I'm there, guys.
Yeah, we want to find out. I don't know what we want. We want to find out how she reacts to whatever Sissy says about this watch. I'm not so sure about this one, sis.
Hello?
Hi, is this Brenda?
Yes.
Hi, Brenda. My name is Josie. I'm calling from La Quinta Inn. How are you doing?
Oh, I'm good. Thank you.
Thank you for staying with us this past weekend. Actually, I'm calling because we found a men's watch in the room that you were staying, and I just wanted to confirm that was yours, and we could send it to you if you'd like.
Oh, that must be my friend. I guess let me have him call you, and then he can tell you where to send it. Does that work for you?
Yeah, that totally works for us. You can find our number on the website, or I can give it to you now.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Brenda, it's Ryan Seacrest. Your voice is being broadcast on the radio. I need you to know that. I've got your husband, Omar, on the phone. And whose men's watch is this? Who's your friend?
Hi, honey. What is this about?
This is about your husband thinking that you didn't go on a girls' weekend. And,
oh my gosh.
and so, well, by the way, Sissany is on with us here. She just made the men's watch up, but clearly
you fell for it.
You were with a guy?
It's nothing. He's a friend of mine. He's very nice.
What was this guy doing on the girls' trip? Why was he in your room?
He lives down there. I met him the last time I went on a trip. He must have just left his watch.
Let me let Omar ask the questions. Omar, please.
I'm like totally blown away here. Hey, Brenda, I mean, how long have you known this guy?
I'm sorry. Can we talk about this like later at home?
Well, no, we tried at home, but it didn't work. So what? So you got to tell me, how long have you known this guy? What's going on here? I mean, we got a family here. We got 2 kids. We got a whole thing going here, and you're meeting a guy, and you didn't tell me?
He's just a friend. I met him the last time, we took this trip down there, and he's just a friend.
But you met hold on a second. You met a guy on a trip last time, and you invited him to come back with you this time, and his watch was off?
Why is he taking off his watch?
We went swimming, and,
not
just
good for the story here. Let me ask you a question. Are you cheating on your husband? He believes you may be.
Can we talk about this at home, Omar? I'm so sorry. Oh, God, I'm sorry.
No, I want to know. Did you hook up with this guy?
Nothing happened that first time. I'm like...
No, we're not talking the first. We're talking now. What happened? Because you changed. When you came home, you changed.
I'm sorry. He's very attentive.
Or not? What's the deal here?
This is not about that. I love you. You know I love you.
Yeah, you love me so much that you hook up with another guy.
Your actions aren't saying that. So, Brenda, you were with a man on this trip. Was it a girls' weekend? Were your friends even there?
The first trip they were. This trip, he wanted to get to know me a little better.
I'm going to take you guys off the air at this point. I think that
there's sorry
nothing left for us to do.
Isn't going to work.
I love you, honey.
You don't love him.
I wish you luck, Omar, and just getting to a real place, the truth, okay?
I appreciate it. Thanks.
Good luck, Omar. And she's gone.
She loves him. Oh, that really makes me so
no, you
mad.
know what she said? Did you hear? I heard her say he's attentive.
Oh.
It's so, I mean, this is going to be bad to say. I can't say it. I think everyone will not like me.